Thank you, Shelby. Okay, so hello, everyone. Thank y'all so much for joining us. We'll get started. Others may come in, we'll see. But if not, they can watch this recording. So today, what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk about how to work your business in the crazy months. Jody and I was just talking, we were just talking about how this time of year can be crazy for people, but we're going into summer. And sometimes we think of summer as a time to, oh, we can relax and we will have time to work our business. But the deal is, unless you make it a priority, the same things are going to happen. So I just wanted to give 10 ways to really 10 things to focus on to work your business in the summer months. And it's really how you're going to work your business during the year as well, right? But there's little things that I just wanted to share with you on how to work your business in the summer, because we know if we can get momentum going or we can keep momentum going, it's going to be so much easier come fall, right? And when we're getting into Christmas and all of that, if we already have momentum going. So we want to either keep it going or we want to get it going. If you're in momentum, we don't want to see it fall backwards because it's harder to get it going again. So my number one tip, I have 10 things to do to work your business in the summer. But the first thing that you need to do is make a goal to show up daily. And you've done it today, so congratulations. But show up for yourself, show up for your team, show up for your potentials, show up for your customers. You need to be showing up. And what that means is you're posting on if you have a team page, you're posting on your team page, you're interacting with your team, you're interacting with your Facebook audience, you're interacting with your customers. You need to be showing up. So set a goal to show up daily. I know it's very easy if you're on vacation to go, well, I'm on vacation. You are on vacation and you deserve that vacation. So I'm not saying work your fingers to the bone on vacation, but you can still show up. You can still reach out to somebody. You can still go live on your team page. I know last year in Colorado, it was so fun because I had this beautiful background and it made it more fun to go live because just the scenery was beautiful, right? But I could get on there, do something in 2 or 3 minutes. And then I've interacted with my team. They know I'm still there. They know I'm still working, but show up. So that's number one. Julie, we're talking about how to work your business during the summer months, because now for you, it may be easier. Your crazy times like winter time, because they own a snowmobile. What do you call it? Like a snowmobile rental. Do you have housing too?
It's snowmobile resort. Yeah, we rent out snowmobiles, cabins, gas, restaurant. Yep.
Yep, that's what I was trying to get resort out of my mouth and it wasn't. Yeah. So, but we're talking about how to work your business during those summer months, because sometimes we go on vacations and we do different things and our business falls to the wayside, but we don't want to give up the momentum we're in. So the first one was make a goal to show up daily. And then number 2, set business goals. Set them by week, set them by month. And where do you want to be when school starts back in August? When fall's starting to come around, where do you see your business? Where do you want your business to be? Set those goals and write them down. If we're just wishing them and we're just thinking them, they may or may not happen, but when they're written down and you're looking at them daily and you're sharing them with an accountability partner, you're more likely to hit those goals. So share those goals. If you don't have anybody to share them with somebody on this call. Share them with me, share them with Rainey, share them with Aaron. We would love, love, love to cheer you on, and share those in that in our summer chat that we have, our group that we've been doing. It was is it still my brain is not working. Spring into action the spring. Now we're moving into summer. So share those there. The third thing that I have for y'all, now I'm looking for my number 3, is get to convention. Is anybody going to convention? Yes, Jody's going to convention. Okay, if you're not going to convention, I want to encourage you to find someone on your team that is, and get all the notes. If you can get there, get there. You don't want to miss it. It is worth the money, 100%. I'm not a big Vegas girl, but conventions just breathes life into you. you learn so much, you make new friends, you find new accountability partners, it's worth it. But if not, reach out to somebody on your team and get that information from them. Let their excitement bleed over into you, because I think that's so important. Convention is just a time, it's like a reset time. It's like Super Saturday. It's just a reset. And so let their excitement flow over into you. And oh, go ahead. Was somebody gonna say something? No? Okay. Number 4 is make the most of your travel. So when you're traveling, take samples with you. Take our catalogs with you. Take, if you have business cards, if you don't have business cards, make a business card. You can do that fairly cheap on some of the websites. Find a way to get your information out there and take that with you on trips. You never know who you're going to run into. So, say you're on a plane. I did this. I've done this multiple times. You're talking to people, getting to know people. I am chatty, so that part is easy to me, to just start talking to people. And at the end, take a selfie and say, hey, can I tag you on Facebook? Can I tag you on Instagram? Guess what? You've just added new people to your pool of people, right? And so it doesn't feel awkward, because it's not like, hey, I'm going to sell you Plexus today. Now, has Plexus come up in some conversations? Absolutely. And if you have the samples, be ready to hand those out. If you have a catalog, be ready to hand that out. I think that's such an easy way to come in contact with new people and to grow your sphere. So you could also tell them, hey, I'm growing a new market. Or, when you start talking about where you're from, I'm from Florida. Hey, guess what? I'm growing my market in Florida. I would love to tell you about it. It's an easy conversation opener. If that stresses you out, just go the friendly way. It's okay, but maybe they'll see something on your social media and want more information. If you're going to be bold and strong and you're ready to go for that no or even a yes, then present it to them that you're building a market in their community. So and that is something that I have done. So I'm not giving you anything that I haven't done. Let's see. Number 5. If you're in a new area and you have friends or family there, or maybe even a sideline sister or a downline, have an event. Take a few hours and have an event. Or if you know people in that area, maybe from high school or college, or hey, Susie, moved to Florida, and I'm going to ask her to meet up for coffee when we're there, so we can just build that relationship, build those relationships. Ask people to have a get-together for you. If you're going to visit family, ask your sister-in-law to host a get-together so you can share a sip and see. It could be a small event one day, and then you have the rest of your vacation. But take advantage of those times to meet new people and to bring new people into your community. Number 6, let's see. Number 6 also went with that. You're up your sidelines, reach out to sidelines in those areas. Reach out to people in your downline in those areas. I kind of combined 5 and 6. But ask them, hey, let's host a get together. Let's host a coffee hookup, or let's have people to the pool, and let's have, a summer get together. Whatever it is, figure out how you can engage new people in your business. Number 7, bring samples and cards everywhere. Now, something I used to do, and I just got new catalogs in not too long ago. So I would put my information right up here. I even put my website, just in case somebody didn't want to talk to me, right? And then inside I would put my name and number, but I'd put my website right up here, and I would leave this like at the car wash. I would leave this at doctor's offices. I would leave it wherever I went that maybe had a waiting area, when I'm getting an oil change, whatever it is. And do you know, I got an ambassador from that. She called me, she worked at a school, and she was like, hey, I found your stuff and I thought, oh my gosh, it worked. So, but this is giving them information. People pick up stuff to read in waiting rooms all the time. Take these, put your information on it, make cute labels, do it better than I did. I just wrote it on there, but if you want to make it cute, make it cute. And put those out in different areas. You never know who's looking for what we have. I actually had a cousin that has reached out to me for the past 4 years off and on about wanting to try Plexus. And just the other day, his doctor said, he went to a gastrointestinal doctor and his doctor said, you've got to get on a probiotic. Your gut has to, you have to get your gut healthy. Finally, he reached out and he finally ordered. But you never know who just went to the doctor's office and now getting their car washed and needs what we have. So take those, invest just a little bit in those magazines, take them and put them places or in your cards or whatever. Samples. I want to show you something. So the other day, I was every day on Mondays and usually Wednesdays, I help at Tram School. We have to have community service hours up there. It's a private school. And so we have to have community service hours. I was walking by one day and one mom said, hey, I just want to thank you for always being up here with a smile on your face. I want to give you these samples. Y'all, she's in network marketing. I knew immediately she was in network marketing, but do you know how good that made me feel for her to compliment me and then to think about me with her samples? Now, in there, it's Topanga Scents. I'd never heard of it, but it's like, has like laundry detergent and little things. They're just little samples, but it made me feel so good. And I thought, why am I not handing out more samples with those compliments? Because it truly made me feel good. So take those samples with you and talk to people, compliment people when you see them being kind, or when hey, I wanted to hand you these samples. This is what it does, and this is why I wanted to give it to you. Thank you for being so kind, or whatever, because it really made my day, even though I know she was trying to make a sale. Does that make sense? And so I'm really excited to try them too. But I think sometimes we can put thoughts in our head that if we're just handing out samples, or if we're putting, our magazines places, sometimes we put a negative connotation on it instead of just thinking people need what we have. People need what we have. And that's a huge thing. People need what we have. And there are easy ways that you can be working your business daily when you're with your children or when you're on vacation. So number 8 or number 9, I'm given some of this without numbers. So 8 was an email on your catalogs. Number 9, host summertime parties. Like, who doesn't like cocktails and conversations? That's fun out by the pool, right? Or at your neighborhood pool. And guess what? More people may be there, and then they want to know what's going on. Do coffee and conversations, whatever it is, get your team together and have them invite people. I think we talked about this before. Our California team, they are great at hosting game night. They've done LCR and Bunko, and it was like, hey, our Plexus friends are doing this, but they're inviting outside friends. Come play Bunko. Guess what? Plexus ends up being talked about, but it's not all it's about. So it's a fun way to get new people invited without them feeling like the pressure to come and buy something. Have those game nights, have those fun activities that you can do, because it stays light out a little longer, right? And it's just, you can be outside, you can be inside, whatever, but do something to have fun. And do you know they've started game nights up at our real estate office as well? Why? Because it builds culture and it builds relationships. And so I think something like that is so fun. So find a place on your calendar where you can invite people to that. And maybe you put out slim for people to try or active for people to try. You don't have to, but you could, and just make it a fun night. And then number 10, keep the kids, get the kids' scheduled out. If you have children at home, get all that scheduled out, and then find the nooks and crannies where you can work your day. Or maybe it's your husband's schedule, right? Maybe he's working from home, or maybe you help him, or maybe y'all work together, or maybe it's your business schedule. Lay out your schedule and map out when you can do the work. Do you need to wake up 30 minutes early so you can get a post made and you can reach out to several people? Is it during nap time if you have young children? Is that when you can, do your follow-ups and your reach outs and make that post? You decide, but find time each and every day to continue working your business. I think that's so important, because if it's easier to stay in the habit or create good habits, than to go back and have to start all over again. So find an accountability partner, share those goals with them, work on this together, have those parties together, whatever it is, and then help your team do the same. It's so important. Don't slow down during the summer months. It's easy, especially if you have children at home, to go, 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 or this time of year, like Jody and I were talking about earlier, where, we have awards today and we have graduation walk, and then we have this, and then guess what? You think, I'll work my business later. I'll work it later tonight. And then you get home and you're exhausted. Same thing can happen, even if you're on vacation during the summer. The days go by and then you haven't done anything. So I think it's so important to write down a plan of action, keep it, and keep going throughout the summer, because it's going to be that much harder in August to start over. So let me go back over my 1 through 10 just real fast. So number 1 was make the most of travel, right? And so talking to people, getting selfies with people on and putting it on social media, whatever. Number 2, I have my numbers mixed up. Number 1 was make a goal to show up daily. That was number 1. Number 2, set your business goals. Number 3, get to convention or find someone that you can share in the excitement with. Number 4, here was it, make the most of travel. That's when we're taking selfies with our friends on the plane or talking to new people. Number 5 was, while in new areas, don't forget to have family or friends host an event for you. Have them invite their friends over. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be a meeting of 50 people. It could be as easy as have your friends over to the pool and let's talk about Plexus. Super simple. Number 6, meet up with sidelines and downlines and have events. So important. And y'all, some of your best friends will end up being your sideline or your downline sisters. Number 7, bring samples and cards everywhere you go this summer and pass them out. Try to pass out 3 to 5 a day, or set a goal of how many you want to pass out each and every day or by the end of the week. Number 8, put your email and your number, your website, whatever, on those catalogs and leave them in waiting rooms. So simple, such a simple activity. Number 9, host summertime parties. And number 10, set your schedule when you're looking at either your work schedule, your vacation schedule, your kids' schedule, whatever it is. Go ahead and set a schedule as to where you can work your business throughout the day, and don't stop working your business. So I hope that helps. I'm taking this to heart as well, because it's easy, like I said, to get wrapped up in the day, and then all of a sudden you're like, the day's gone and I made a post and that's it, or whatever. And so to grow our business, we have to be making those reach outs. We have to be following up. We have to be loving on our customers, and we have to be building relationships. So does anybody have any other suggestions of things that we could be doing this summer that you've done or that you want to do that could help build your business in the summer?
I think something too, especially if you're traveling, to find those podcasts, those Diamond Docs, whatever it is, to always be listening to.
Yes, such a good idea. Don't forget your personal development. I agree, Jamie. That is wonderful. And traveling, whether you're, on a plane, in the car, or whatever, it's a great time to do it. You're right. Anyone else? Okay, well, if not, then that's all we have for today, and we will see you next week, and we're going to finish the month strong. Does anybody, before we go, have anything that they want to